Yao Wagwan, VI Guy here, and I'd like to welcome everybody to my channel. Today I would like to call this my first official video to my channel. I've been going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do this. I've been playing this game for about 3 years now, and I figured what the heck. So today we're going to see exactly what we could get into. We're in season 2 right now, and there's a lot of events going on. So let's head out and see if we can get something to pop up. Okay, let me see what we got going on. We have a humanitarian drop. We have an infected camp. Okay, destroyed convoy. Let me head on over there and see what we can get into. I think it's usually either zombies walking around or sometimes raiders. I'm gonna go ahead and drink a can of energy too to make things easier in the future. If you guys notice too, they moved our energy drinks into the inventory now instead of at our base. I think that's better so that we can access it no matter where we are, instead of, oh man, I need energy and it's at home. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, we got raiders here. Let's just walk up and finish these guys off. That's one. I'll take that sword. Here's number 2. Let's see if he got the Winchester. No, he does not. Okay, we got one more up here, holding a sword. Let's shoot him a few times. Slow down, slow down. Let's make the fight a little fair, huh? Beat it down with the sword. Alright, let's see if we can get a machete out of this guy. And we did. Okay, one more left. Usually this guy got a Winchester. I try to make him walk slow from far so he doesn't even get to touch me. There we go. Yeah, man. Okay, now I know he usually has the Winchester too. No luck. And we got the finger, so at least it was worth it. So another thing that I like to do when I'm playing that I feel is a little different is I try to collect everything. Like, I see other players who play this game, and you know, to me, survival means taking all the resources you can find. So usually I'll, you know, weigh my options and see what's better than other things, but at the end of the day I try to take everything back, you know, as much as possible, because you never know when the devs might throw you a curveball and you might need something like transistors, which was really in the beginning useless. Or I'll give you an example. Like right now, if you ever look up the description under gold, it says that it still has its value to this day, but we all know that there's no value in gold right now. But I have always collected every gold bar I have seen, because one day the time will come and you're gonna wish you stocked up on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish clearing this little camp here, and then we're gonna head on out to see what else we can get into. Okay, so now that the convoy is done, let's go and see where we can head to. How about Barker's camp? I'm gonna go ahead and take that machete that I just got and see if I can upgrade it to the infected machete. In this update in season 2, if you merge either the cleaver, machete, or saw blade mace with this infection, it seems to do, I think, 3 times the amount of damage as it would normally do. For whatever reason, when you put your finger on the weapon to see what the damage is, it doesn't reflect that it does 3 times the amount of damage. But well, I know that it does 3 times because I've used it. But if you sort out weapons in a trunk or chest, you'll notice that all the infected ones come first, and that's because they do more damage. So let's go on and head over to this airdrop now, since we still have time. I'm gonna go ahead and collect what I can from here, and then I think we're gonna get into some daily objectives. Okay, humanitarian drop. Let's go and pick up this stuff and get on out of here. I try not to spend too much time with these because there's really not a whole lot going on, aside from a couple spitters and a couple deer. Every now and then I try to get the deer, and I take the spitters out because they try to hit me usually when I'm trying to open the drop. But I don't know how most of you guys play, but you know, sometimes I'm on a constraint for time, so I try to stick to the point and and do what I need to do as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Usually, whatever drops in this box, I take. I take all of it, unless it's something that I have an abundance of. Like I have an abundance of those radars, so I'm not gonna bring that back. I used to leave paint a lot too, but ever since the first season, how they implemented new paint for all the bike schemes, I started to pick it up again. If you notice now, you know, you were allowed to use any of the bikes, which I think made the game a lot better because, you know, we would all use that one bike that had 8 slots, and, you know, I really liked how the police bike looked or how the military bike looked, and it sucked because I would have to choose. The military bike could go far, but, you know, none of them looked as cool as a police bike, and after you work 100 waves to get a damn police bike, it was like, well, I'm never going to use it because it doesn't have 8 slots. So I really like what they did and allowed us to use any bike that we want. And, you know, it sucked to have to start over again and upgrade it, but at the end of the day, it was worth it. Plus, I like this new bike that they have now in Season 2 with the infection growing on it. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, so I think at this point, I'm going to head on home and clear my pockets, drop off my stuff, and then I'm probably gonna head out and do this camp right next to the humanitarian drop. So I'm gonna get some gear, load up, and I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on over there. Now, usually when I try to do this, every time I've done it, the one or two of these guys always die. So this time, I'm going to try something different to see if I can get all 3 to survive. So I got this guy pretty armored up to the T. I mean, he's using the SCAR. I barely use the SCAR because there's so few and far between. But let's see what we can do. Alright, and I think the trick with this is if you hit the zombies before they hit the raider, they'll almost come to you. Well, maybe not the slow walker ones, but the ones that move fast. I find that if you hit them, it's almost like you get their attention, and they'll actually turn around and hit you, especially if you get close to them. But so far, so good. The slow ones are the easier ones, though. Safe to say. But in the end, usually you can tell it gets real crowded because there's some tainted bloaters here, and they pretty much beat up on these guys. So if I get in between them, maybe I can get them to hit me and we'll get to live. Oh, alright, one more, and okay, tainted bloater is down. And I think this is it. I think this is the end. Yep, and the guy with the SCAR gets the last kill. And yep, that's it. So they all get to live. I've only done this twice where I got them to live. I've done it many times, but most of the time they die. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff back from this guy because there ain't no way I'm going to leave him with all this good stuff. You can go ahead and take this, take that. I'll take my SCAR back. You know what? You've been a good boy. All right, you've been a good boy. I'm gonna leave you with a little machete. All right, my boy. All right, you could take the machete. I'll talk to you later. All right, I'll see you next time. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all these zombie parts because this is what I use to upgrade the weapons. Now, I mainly upgrade machetes because they're in the middle. To me, cleavers are too weak, and saw blade maces are somewhat expensive. So I just use 10 zombie parts and I upgrade a machete, and that's why I had so many machetes in that trunk when I first started the video. Alright, now that that's done, let's head on over to this airdrop. And then from there, we're going to get into daily objectives. So we need 10 bandages, visit infected forest, and kill Deadface. Alright, easy enough. You know what? Also, I completed all my week 1 events. You know, I considered maybe I should have recorded that as well. But to be honest, it took me so long to get through most of it. And, you know, this is my first time experimenting with recording. So maybe I'll do it for week 2. And also, I was a little antsy in completing all of the objectives because I didn't get to finish season 1, and I was a little upset because I didn't get the corgi, or I didn't reach the end, and it kind of ended abruptly for me because I do work, and I might not always have time to play. So this time around, I completed, let's see, all those objectives within the first 3 days. So, and I'm doing these daily objectives now too. So hopefully, by the time I get to week 3, I only need to do a handful of them before I get the new tactical gear. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab everything in this chest, because like I said, I try to keep everything, and let's just go ahead and get started on the daily objectives. Okay, so first off, we're gonna head to the infected forest. We shouldn't have to do anything there. I'm just gonna arrive, get off my bike, and get back on my bike. Simple enough. Should take a whole but 2 seconds. Alright, we're here. Let me just check to make sure that it got checked off. I don't need to do anything special. Alright, now we need to use 10 bandages. The hardest task of the day. Damn shame. Alright, so now all that is left is to kill Deadface. Now Deadface is found in the limestone ridges, and it is random. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. I have recalled the first season trying to find him, and it probably took me without exaggeration, maybe 20 visits just to find him and kill him. So hopefully it doesn't take us that long this time around. You ain't gonna believe, I went to bed, got up, went to work, got off, and I finally found him. So that will complete our daily objectives. So thank y'all for joining me in my first official video on this channel. Please like, dislike, and subscribe if you will. And feel free to let me know in the comments what I need to improve on, and hopefully this could be an everlasting thing. I do enjoy playing Last Day on Earth, but I play other games as well. So until next time, check out later.